As the afternoon sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the neighborhood, Mr. Leahy and Randy approached Julian's residence. Julian stepped outside, looking extremely defensive. "Hello, gentlemen," Julian said, his tone icy. "What do you want?" "We just want to have a peaceful conversation," Mr. Leahy said, holding his hands up in a gesture of goodwill. "I want to have a serious conversation with you too," Julian replied sharply. "You caused a tremendous amount of trouble for me." "Listen, Julian," Mr. Leahy began. "A lot of chaotic events occurred recently. Because of your absolute foolishness," Julian interrupted. "You caused significant disruptions in my life." "Well, Randy and I are here to take full and complete responsibility," Mr. Leahy stated proudly. Julian looked momentarily stunned. "You are taking full responsibility? Really?" "Yes, because we feel deeply terrible about what transpired," Randy added sincerely. "But we believe we have a generous plan to make it all up to you." "Please be quiet," Julian snapped, trying to maintain his tough facade. "I make the decisions here. You cost me a great deal of opportunity. So this is what is going to happen. I am requesting a portion of your weekly earnings until the debt is completely settled." Mr. Leahy and Randy remained calm. "Wait a minute, Julian," Mr. Leahy smiled kindly. "Please just hear us out. We have a very generous and immediate financial offer for you, Julian." Julian paused, his curiosity piqued. "Wait a minute. You have an offer for me?" As the financial negotiations reached a peaceful resolution, the scene shifted to the center of the community, where Ricky's massive party was in full swing. Colorful lights were strung up, music was playing happily, and a large crowd had gathered, buzzing with anticipation. Ricky grabbed a microphone, standing on a small wooden stage. "Hello, hello, hello, everybody. I sincerely hope you are all having a wonderful time tonight. Please make some cheerful noise." The crowd cheered enthusiastically. "Thank you, friends," Ricky smiled broadly. "How is everyone doing this beautiful evening?" "Excellent. Well, today is a truly monumental occasion for me, and that is why I wanted all of my friends and family here. Are you ready for the big announcement?" "Yes," the crowd roared. "All right, Corey, Jacob, it is your turn. Bring it out," Ricky commanded. From behind a large tent, Corey and Jacob slowly led the magnificent, calm horse into the center of the gathering. Bubbles, standing near the front, dropped his jaw in pure astonishment. "Oh my goodness, are you joking, Ricky? That is the big announcement? You procured a living horse? What?" Ricky chuckled into the microphone. "Well, the animal is not exactly for me, Bubbles. Is this not a beautiful creature?" "What a beautiful horse," Julian admitted softly, standing next to Bubbles. "Anyway," Ricky continued, his voice turning surprisingly tender, "today, I want to present this beautiful horse to the absolute love of my life, Susan. And with this gift, I am going to ask her to do me the honor of marrying me. So thank you again, everybody, for coming to share this moment." The crowd gasped in collective surprise. Bubbles immediately rushed toward the stage, pulling Ricky aside. "Oh my goodness, Ricky. This is highly problematic. This is a bad idea. Look, what is the matter with you? You do not need a giant horse to show your love. If she truly loves you and she wants to marry you, you do not need an extravagant animal or anything else to prove your worth." Julian walked over, nodding in agreement. "Ricky, please step down here for a moment. What are you doing? You are proposing marriage? Are you thinking clearly? You two frequently have disagreements. And why would you bring a farm animal to a romantic proposal?" Ricky looked defensively at his friends. "It was a great idea, boys. A grand, majestic animal. It shows commitment. Take this beautiful creature back to the farm," Julian advised gently. "Right now, it is too much." "It is a beautiful horse, Ricky, but my goodness," Bubbles added, shaking his head. Ricky sighed, looking at the animal. "You know what, Bubbles? I really do believe that I love her enough. And you know what they say, a strong emotional connection should overcome any minor arguments, right? Ricky, nobody says that, Bubbles replied patiently. Okay. You know what? Ricky conceded. Maybe a horse was a bit too extravagant for a gift. Whatever. I just wanted to show my future wife how immensely I loved her. So I wanted the gesture to be enormous. But I guess the real news here is the beautiful engagement. Right? I suppose it is, Ricky. Bubbles smiled gently, wanting his friend to be happy. Congratulations. I genuinely just want you to find happiness. Yes, me too, buddy, Julian agreed, patting Ricky on the shoulder. Ricky beamed, returning to the microphone. Well, here she comes now, everyone. Thank you again for being here. Susan marched through the crowd, her face completely flushed with extreme anger. The crowd parted as she stormed right up to Ricky. There he is, Susan shouted, pointing an accusing finger at him. You dishonest, storytelling individual. Where did you catch it? Huh? From one of your other friends. Ricky looked completely bewildered. What are you talking about? Catch what? Please calm down, Susan. Catch what? A severe medical infection. That is what? Susan yelled, throwing her hands in the air. I am so incredibly angry. You gave me an infection, you unfaithful person. We are completely finished. I am breaking up with you. Ricky's eyes went wide. Susan, hold on a second here. Please listen to me right now. I did not spend time with anybody else. Why would I? I love spending time with you. Oh, really? Susan mocked. And you expect me to believe that? I am telling the truth, Ricky pleaded. I was actually going to ask you to marry me today. That is why all of our friends are gathered here. Marry you? Susan laughed bitterly. I will absolutely not marry you. Look at the situation. You ruined our relationship. I did not sleep with anyone else, so it is scientifically impossible that I gave you any kind of infection, Ricky stated logically. You must have caught it somewhere else, or it is just a simple misunderstanding. Susan's face fell slightly as logic pierced her anger, but her pride forced her to double down. Oh, classic Ricky, trying to turn the situation around on me like you always do. You know what? You are impossible. You make poor decisions. You want to know why we are finished, Ricky? Because you need to grow up. With that, Susan turned on her heel and stormed out of the party, leaving a heavy silence in her wake. Julian stepped forward and placed a comforting hand on Ricky's shoulder. Ricky, just let her go, friend. It is truly for the best. You are much better off without that kind of negative energy in your life. Are you all right? Bubbles asked softly, his eyes full of sympathy. Ricky let out a long, slow breath, looking at the empty space where Susan had been standing. Yes, I think I am fine. Actually, I feel oddly relieved. Do you want to go relax? Have a soft drink, Julian offered. No, I am good, Ricky said, a small, genuine smile creeping onto his face. I think I just need a moment. Across the yard, Mr. Leahy and Randy were quietly celebrating their successful negotiation with Julian, sipping on cold iced teas. Let us get the party going again, Mr. Leahy chuckled. Everybody is having a wonderful time. And what do you think about our brilliant financial strategy, my friend? Randy asked cheerfully. I think it is wonderful, Mr. Leahy replied. You know, you have no idea how much I missed having a peaceful life. I totally agree, Randy smiled. Watch your step, though, Mr. Leahy cautioned mildly. We should be careful. Giving up half of our future wages was a big commitment, but paying Julian his $25,000 right away was the honorable thing to do. It was a fair settlement. Thank you, man, Randy said proudly. We have it all figured out, buddy. It was going to take a very long time for Julian to collect all of that money from our wages slowly. So, by paying him the lump sum we received from Ted, we cleared our conscience. Now, we can take the remaining $25,000